10 minutes.
2, 1.
Where the camera? Am I in the camera? Okay. I'm gonna pass you the mic, okay?
Hold on, let me read.
Okay, love that.
Alright, look, ready? Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hello world. It's your boy I am Dope.tv and we are here live at Beyond the Shot with at Keeper Sports. And today I have the co-host of the Birmingham Race Course Casino starting lineup, the first lady of the SEC, Miss Terre. Woohoo! Turn up. Man, I'm getting excited. Alright, so with that being stated, this is the raw, uncut, unfiltered, unscripted, everything that you could ever want to know. We about to find it out today. And like I said, I have Miss Terre with me. She is the co-host of the Birmingham Race Course starting lineup, Birmingham Race Course Casino starting lineup, and it premieres every Saturday on ABC 3340 at 10:30. Make sure y'all tune in. All right, hey Miss Terre.
Hey Terrell.
How you doing?
Good. I love it that, most people don't know because everybody calls me Miss Terry, but my name is actually Terrell. So this is cool because we have Terrell and Terrell on the set today. I mean, just imagine how God works these out, isn't it?
Isn't it really cool? We like the double mint twins. I love it. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and first of all, I want to congratulate you because I do know that the 10-year anniversary is coming up with you and Kip, correct?
Yes.
Gotta love it, right? So how has that experience been growing and cultivating that personal relationship? Well, that business and personal relationship.
Well, okay, so Kip is my best friend anyway, so I am so lucky when people ask me things like, how do you know so much about sports? I will tell you what, if your best friend is Kip Keeper, you're gonna know a lot of things. Kip and I spend hours and hours on the phone together every week.
Okay.
And sports is what we love, so this is what we like naturally talk about. And I have to tell y'all, it was great if you saw the interview with AJ, because AJ used to come in, we're at Cumulus Radio, he'd see us prepping for the show and he'd hear us talking and he'd be like, stop, you're doing the show. You have to quit doing the show before the show. Cut it out. And it was like, okay, yeah, we'll be talking on the phone, we'll be like, okay, we've got to quit talking so it sounds fresh for the show. As opposed to having heard it all one time before.
I love it. Okay, so do you have a segment too? Because I know Kip has Kip's Key Perspective, Case has the betting thing, and then Legend, he does the Legend Cave, and then Tony has Bone segments. What's the name of your segment?
My segment, Terrell, is called Coach's Corner.
Okay.
And what I love is in my prior life, I was a crisis communications consultant for a lot of very large multinational organizations. So I love paying special attention to what coaches say and do. And it's been really fun because one of the things that I stay up very late at night during football season on Saturday nights, because I go on YouTube and watch all the coaches post-game interviews, all of them. Well, at least all of them that have any games that folks around here are going to care about at all, right?
Makes sense.
SEC. And so you learn so much by listening to coaches, and it's been really fun because on the morning after, which comes on, by the way, on WJOX from 9 to 11 on Sunday mornings. What's fun is we have all of these great listeners who are saying, Miss Terry, I used to never, ever watch those coaches' interviews, but now you've got me really into it. Because it's amazing what you can tell about people, especially at the end of the day. And you learn the most from the people who've lost. How do they handle that? What do they say? What do you get about team dynamics when you listen to them?
I love it.
So that's fun.
I love it. So that's a really different approach, and I love the combination of everyone on the Birmingham Race Course Casino starting lineup. I definitely love that chemistry. So with that being stated, I know you also have the show that comes on Sunday, and that's from 9 to 11 a.m. on WJOX. So how is it sometimes with the call-ins? Do y'all do like a call-in? Is it just straight fans, or do y'all bring on interviewers?
That is actually a great question, and on both Game Time, which comes on folks on WJOX 8 to 10 Saturdays, and on the morning after 9 to 11 Saturdays on JOX, we are really caller-driven shows. My favorite part about being on live radio versus being on a podcast is the interaction with the listeners. And the fans in Alabama know so much about football, and they are so fun to be around.
Yeah.
And so my favorite thing is all the input that we get, and that's what makes the shows really rock on the radio show. And that's kind of what's different with the TV segments and the radio segments. On the TV show, we're doing more like giving information and takes on things. What I love on the radio shows is it's a lot more about relationships with our listeners. And going into our 11th year, that is the thing I love the most, are so many listeners who I feel like are part of my family now, and that I really, really care about.
Definitely. I hear that a lot when I talk to the people that work here at Keeper Sports, is the family vibe,
Yes.
and I love that. So I always got to ask a wild question, and I know that you're a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Uh-oh, you're outing me to all the Alabama.
Yes, I already know, but it's okay though. You still bleed red. You still
Yeah,
bleed red. It's
I do.
okay. You still
I
bleed
do.
red. So with you being a Georgia Bulldog fan, I gotta ask, because we always talk sports. Do you think Georgia will actually have a quarterback that will actually be able to compete and break them out to, like, will Georgia win college football? That's the question.
Okay, that's a great question. I'm going to give you just a little background on the Georgia thing first, which is when I first came here, Georgia was bad. I mean, the team sucked. That's just it. It was like right before Kirby came. Right?
Okay, Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart. And so it was great when I started on the show because nobody minded. I was a Georgia fan because we weren't very good. So it was like, poor Terry, she's a Georgia fan. It's okay. Let's see, the years 21 and 22 changed all that.
Facts, because they beat the smack out of Alabama.
Because Georgia had some good years, but we got a little bit of our own little struggle stuff going on now. I think when you want to talk about the Georgia quarterback, that Gunnar Stockton is the most underrated, misunderstood person in college football. And anybody that watched any of the tape of him, Terrell, right now, at the camps, if you saw him, first of all, what he's done to his body, it's unbelievable. He's just one great big muscle. But he's also, yes, he's making all these long downhill throws, and he's doing it under pressure. And I just want to remind everybody, he finished in the top. He was a finalist in the Heisman voting. And everybody acts like Gunnar Stockton, finalist in the Heisman. I feel very good about Gunnar Stockton being our quarterback this year. Don't know what the year is going to hold. I do know when people talk about it's either going to be Georgia or Texas that wins the SEC, first of all, y'all shouldn't count Alabama out. That is a big mistake. Ask any Georgia fan. We know better than counting Alabama out. But I'm hoping it's Georgia or Alabama and not my home state of Texas.
Okay. Well, I'm a Gator, so I wanted to be
Oh,
for
no!
a Gator.
I'm a Gator
I'm just going to put that out there.
Gator hater.
Chump, chump, Gator chump all
Do you
day.
know how many thousands of days it's been since Florida has beaten the University of Georgia?
I know. And we going to figure it out this time at the world's biggest tailgate party, which is always
Which
the
is
best
now
SEC
going to be
game.
at Mercedes-Benz, because y'all have gotten to play in Jacksonville and pretend that it was a neutral site game.
It was
You
neutral.
can ask your kid, oh, no, it's not in the middle. First of all, y'all just take a bus ride over. Our kids have to get on the plane, come ahead of time.
It gives
But the
you an
next thing is,
opportunity to do it.
what was that stadium called before it was called Everbank Stadium? Do you know?
Well, actually, I'm the one asking the questions, and I do not understand.
Okay. That stadium was called the Gator Bowl. It cannot be a neutral site when it is the Gator Bowl where we're playing it.
What
We're
I
moving
really-
our house this year.
I'm a Gator,
Mercedes-Benz.
so I just want you to know that, like, my favorite part is the cocktail part. So as long as we drink and we having a
We
good
do
time.
that. And at Mercedes-Benz, y'all get to be in our house this year, so I'm
And y'all got a really nice
October
stadium.
31st.
Really nice. So my other question is, I know that you also a journalist in the politics. How does the mixture of working in Washington, D.C. and then also coming being on the radio or on the TV, how does that correlate?
Well, here's what's great. Having worked in politics, and people talk about politics being a blood sport. Cool. You want to talk about a blood sport? Talk about college football in Birmingham, Alabama. So I was actually grateful for all of that time and experience that I had in the political world, because it made me more ready for the high-stakes world of college football in Alabama. I will tell you what.
I love
it
your
did.
energy. I love your energy.
Thank
It's
you.
definitely showing. It's definitely
Thank you.
showing. Okay, and by the way, if y'all ever get a chance to interview Miss Terry, just make sure you bring a rag, because it gets hot, because she is a bag. Okay? And that is the reason why she is the first lady of SEC. So before you go, I do want to know, what is your social media?
Well, if you want to talk to me, I am at TQ Today on Twitter. And I'm also co-owner, along with Kip Keefer, of the page on Facebook, which is Kip Keefer Sports. So that's easy to find us right there.
Facts. All right, and I also know one more thing. So you said that Texas was your home state.
Well, it's not, it's where I live now.
Okay.
I'm from Georgia, but I live in Texas.
Because I was gonna be like, that's a pretty big difference over
So I
there.
have to live with all the Texas A&M, but then I get the Big 12 people like Texas Tech and Baylor,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, well, at least with Texas and Texas A&M, it's SEC, we're the best. So I stick with that. I'm like, okay, y'all are in the Big 12. That's very sweet. Y'all enjoy that.
So I gotta ask, because everybody wants to know. I know you already picked Gunnar Stockton as your quarterback, but do you really think that Georgia is gonna be the champion? That's my last question.
I don't know who's going to be the champion, but I know one thing I do know. Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football, and I will stick with that. And last year, our team was super young. We didn't expect to be good. Most people don't realize the expectations were super low last year because the team was so young, and yet we won the SEC. So this year, those young kids have had a year of experience, so who knows what's going to happen, but I'm crossing my fingers that the result is good.
Awesome. Well, I got one more just cause. What is your favorite Kip Keeper Sports moment so far?
Oh my goodness, there are so many moments, but I'm going to tell a little bit of a story on myself. Probably my favorite moment is a moment that nobody got to see when Kip and I were on the radio and Mr. A.J. Johnson was producing our show. And it was time for a long commercial break, and I decided I didn't like the headphones I had on in the studio. I was going to run down to my car and get new headphones. Only problem, I didn't bring the key to the studio with me. And it was after hours. There's nobody around. They had to find me by looking out the broadcast booth windows and seeing me jumping up and down, waving my hands like this. Somebody let me in, let me in. So all these years later, in a weird way, I think that's my favorite moment. Oh, my second favorite moment is our great Auburn fan, Don, who I wasn't sure how this call was going to go. This year, he started the call, Terrell, by going, now, Miss Terry, I want you to know, when you first started 10 years ago, I didn't like you at all. I just really didn't like you. And then he went on to say everything he didn't like about me. And then 9 years ago, I still didn't like you very much. And I was like, Don, can we get to the part where you like me? Can we get there soon? But you did get there, thank you, Mr. Don. But I was like, I don't know how I feel about this call starting off with everything I did wrong 10 years ago. There are a lot of things.
And you just never know what you're gonna get on Beyond the Shot. This is at Kip Keeper Sports. I am IamDope.tv, and make sure y'all tune in, follow, subscribe, like at Kip Keeper Sports, and always check out Miss Terry, the First Lady of SEC. Peace. That made me laugh.
That was so fun.
That was-